I have new makeup to try today. Some of it I purchased and some of it was sent to me. I think it's going to be fun. Welcome in, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 and over 60 women. I'm so glad you're here today. It's going to be a fun makeup morning, day, evening, whatever time it is where you are. I know it's so relaxing when I watch someone else put on makeup. I think this might be fun for you as well. If you're new here, welcome in. I hope you'll consider subscribing before you leave and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want all the good stuff, you might want to sign up for my Sunday morning email newsletter. Comes out every Sunday morning. No surprise there. It is the most popular thing about my channel. Honestly, I could leave tomorrow. Everybody'd be asking about the Sunday morning email newsletter. It's filled with all the stuff I found throughout the week that I thought was worth mentioning. It might be a good recipe or a great piece of information or something funny, something that's going to enhance your life. Whatever I would share with you if we were out together having coffee. It's super free, super fun, super easy to sign up. You just click the link in the description box down below. I think you're going to love it. Well, as I mentioned, I have some new makeup that I want to try today, and there's one product in particular that I'm almost the most interested in. It is the Revlon Illuminating Serum. Now, we all know that I have not been that impressed with these skin tints or serums. However, this is the serum version of my absolute holy grail foundation, which is the Revlon Illuminating Skin Caring Foundation. I love this foundation. This has replaced my high-end foundations, my Dior, everything I was using before. This is what I'm using now. It's always beautiful, always looks lovely, nice coverage, just a little bit of glow on the skin. Everything about this I really love. Well, I saw that they came out with a skin tint and I thought, you know what? Why not? Drugstore price. Here's the problem I've been having with the other skin tints I tried. My feelings after I had tried several other skin tints, and I think I have a video. I'll link it down below. I do have a video. I don't think I do know. I tried them and my feeling was, what's the point? There was no coverage, almost zero difference in my skin. You pay money to get nothing. I just didn't get the point. However, because this is the Illuminating version, I thought I'm going to go ahead and try it. This is on the agenda for today. In addition, I have been traveling quite a bit lately. I actually just got back from Sedona, and the one eyeshadow color that I really love is in this huge ColourPop palette, and it's kind of a one and done look that I've been doing for a while. The name of it is Bold Type, and it's right here. Here's the problem. I have to haul this entire palette with me when I want that color, and I thought this is not very efficient. I like to pack very efficiently. I only take a carry-on generally when I travel, so this was just not working for me. So I went ahead and I ordered a few eyeshadows, singles that I thought would be similar to that color. The one we're going to try today is from IT Cosmetics. It's the Superhero No Tug in Transformational Taupe. We're gonna see how this works out today. In addition, I have a blush that I've been using from Ilia that I absolutely love, so I wanted to share it with you. And then Physicians Formula sent me this Lash Illusion mascara. It says defining and lifting, so I thought we would give it a whirl. I have my skincare all done. It's been on my skin about 25-30 minutes. I have a little bit of the City Lips Clear on my lips, which I generally try to remember to do while I'm doing my makeup so that my lips get hydrated and a little bit fluffier by the time I put my lipstick on at the end. I'm going to start out prepping my face. I ended up picking up this Milani eyeshadow primer. I used to use this exclusively a few years back. Fell away from it. I was using the matte paint pot in the color Painterly, which I have somewhere around here, but mine is a couple of years old now and I really should throw it out. It's not creamy anymore. It's a little bit stiff. I saw this at the store and it's in a purple tube. It used to be in a white tube and I thought maybe they changed it or something, or maybe it's just the same and they just changed the color so I would notice it. Just a little bit on my finger, and that's going to go on both lids. Jones Road pencil. This is in shade 2, and I'm just going to put that on that purple line underneath my eyes. It's just going to help to knock down that discoloration before I put my concealer on. So I'm just going to take my finger and tap that in. Catrice Under Eye Brightener, a little bit on my finger, and then that's going to go right over that concealer. I usually use a face primer before I put on my foundation. I'm not going to do that today because I want to see how this serum acts all on its own. I do have a lot of good skincare on, so my skin is nice and prepped and hydrated. So we'll see how the serum looks just on its own without anything to kind of bolster its appearance. A long time ago, Anastasia of Beverly Hills sent me this brow dip in the color taupe. Well, it comes with this really cool little brush with a bristle thing on the end, and I pulled it out and I thought, well, this is kind of stupid, and I started using it. I love it. There goes the first impressions. For some reason, I just keep reaching for it. And I thought it was going to kind of just be something I wouldn't use because of the, extra step factor that you have to dip the brush in and that sort of thing. With a pencil, you just go on in and the color's all there. Well, it just seems to turn out that I like this, and I'm not sure if I feel like it covers my brows nicely or if it's the color or if I just like the process. Anywho, this is what I've been using a lot lately. I always rough my eyebrows in at the beginning of my makeup, and then towards the end I'll come back in with my little e.l.f. pencil and I'll do any detail work and pull out the tip, that sort of thing. But I find that if I try to get my brows exact in the beginning, it always ends up getting messed up when I do my foundation. So I just sort of rough them in to give me a concept of the depth of color and what I'm doing up there so that everything else fits in, and then the detail work happens at the end. So here we have the Transformational Taupe from IT Cosmetics. I have not used this Superhero No Tug Shadow yet. Let me go ahead and put this on the back of my hand because I want to put the ColourPop color next to it. Now it's just a pencil and you twist it to add more product. Super, super easy application, which I'm loving the concept of. Let me go ahead and just swatch this bold type from the ColourPop palette right here on my finger, and I'm going to put it next to, let me get a little bit more, I think I need a little more. I'm going to put it next to that ColourPop, and oh my gosh, it looks almost identical. This is the IT Cosmetics, and this is the ColourPop. I'm thinking that this is going to be a pretty doggone good dupe for this color. The only difference is that I really sheer this color out when I use it, so it's just kind of a watercolor wash on my lids. I'm not sure how much luck I'm going to have shearing this out, or if I need to go in with a little heavier coat. We'll kind of see how it works when I start applying it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that on my lid. So now that I have that up a little bit past the transition area, I'm just going to start tapping it in and blending it in. Other side. I want to get on enough product so it covers up all the little doodads on my eyelids, the veining and discoloration. So that's important to me. So here we have the eyeshadow. I'm really liking it right now. It's a subtle color, but it gives kind of that watercolor, just wash tone to my lids. And it does seem to be covering up the doodads on my eyelids. So right now I'm pretty happy with it. The one thing I'm going to be looking for with this particular product is it going to crease in the crease of my eyelids as time goes on? So that's going to be pretty important. We'll keep an eye on it and take a look at the end of my makeup and see how it's performing. I'm still loving the Revlon Color Stay. This is the Skin Awakening 5-in-1 Concealer. I'm in the color 015. Really liking this. I've been using it, I think probably for, oh my gosh, 6-7 months now. Really liking it. So I'm just going to tap that in with my finger. Before I go in with my skin tint, I do want to cover up some discolorations on my face because this is not going to be much coverage, I would guess. So I want to go ahead and dress any little doodads on my face that I would like to have be a little softer. This is the Jones Road Face Pencil in the shade 6. I really love these pencils. There are a lot of things from the Jones Road line that I don't care for at all, but the face pencils I really do, and I use them just about every day that I do my makeup. So I've got a little red action on my nose and some sunspots, and always my chin. That seems to be the place that my foundation will break up or it'll just look not that great. I'm just going to blend this in. And you know what? I'm going to do a little bit more around my nose just to knock back that red. Okay, time to try the skin tint. This says broad spectrum SPF 15. I'm not a big fan of sunscreen and foundations, but that's the deal here. Ginger root, vitamin C, vitamin E, and I picked up color 201. And I'm just going to put this on with my fingers because it's a skin tint, and I'll probably smooth it out with my sponge after I get it blended in. But right now I'm just going to go in with my fingers. So I've got about this much on the back of my hand. The color looks good. I wonder if I'm going to love this or if I'm going to think, what's the point? We'll see shortly. So it feels very, very hydrating. It looks like it might have a little bit of glow, which I personally prefer on my skin. I know some people don't like a glow, but I kind of like it. Actually, I like it a lot. So this feels really good. It doesn't feel 100% like skincare. It feels like just a very, very liquidy, hydrating foundation. Now I'm going to take a dampened sponge and I'm just going to press that into the skin. It does feel very, very moist and very, very hydrating. There's a little bit more coverage than I would have expected. In other words, I feel like it's evening out my skin tone nicely. I do think that you probably want it to dry down before you start adding other products to your skin. So right now what I can say is it seems to have a really pretty finish, particularly if you're looking for something super light, super sheer that's not going to cake up on you for the summer months, which right now for me, I live in Florida, it's getting warmer. This could be a nice quick way to get just a little bit of coverage on my face to even out my skin tone. Nice and hydrating, tiny bit of glow, just sort of a little bit your skin but better look. So far I have to say, of all the skin tints I've tried, I think I'm really kind of liking this one the best. As a matter of fact, I think I'm kind of liking it, which for me is a big deal because I absolutely have not liked any of the skin tints that I've tried. So anywho, this is what it looks like so far. Let's go ahead and move forward with the makeup. I'm still using the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is their light in their contour wand. I think I just like the ease of application. I can't say that this is my favorite color. I wish it was a little bit of a cooler tint, and I keep telling myself that I'm going to look on their website and see if they have something cooler, but I haven't done it yet. I'm going to blend that in with my stipple brush. This really is a nice product. It blends in very well. It performs nicely. A little bit goes a long way. I think this color just is not my favorite, but it works. So maybe I should lighten up on it. And then underneath my chin, this just helps things look a little bit more firm and tight. Creates kind of a faux shadow down underneath my chin. Next up, I want to show you guys this Ilia blush that I've been using, almost exclusively when I just do my makeup during the week where I'm going somewhere. I'm really, really liking the color, and it does something different than my other blushes are doing right now. Plus, it's a cream product. I'm really leaning more towards cream products these days. It just seems like they sit better on my skin as my skin is aging. It's getting a little less firm, a little less taut. I have more lines and wrinkles. I'm finding that cream products just seem to look better on my skin. This is a cream and the color is At Last. And you can see it right here. It's sort of a neutral rosy pink. When I first used this, I just put it on my cheeks and blended it in with my fingers. That's not the way that I do it now, and I'll show you how I do it, and I really love the look. So I take my blush brush, and I'm just going to load my brush up with the product, and then apply that to my face. And I really am loving just how natural that looks. And the color, it's a little bit pinky, a little bit neutral, just really nice. Isn't that pretty? And remember, when you're applying your blush, it's going to look a little bit darker because your skin, the blood is rushing to the surface of your skin from you pouncing on it. So it's really going to settle in and look a lot more natural and a lot more subtle after a few minutes. So that's the blush. Isn't that pretty? I'm really a fan of this product. Now I'm going to take my sponge, I'm going to take the back end, and I'm just going to press around the outside of that blush application to make sure it's blended in and there's just no line. It just seamlessly blends into the foundation. Now I'm going to take my tried and true favorite. This is the Makeup by Mario highlighter. You can see in the color Pearl. I love this. This is so beautiful. It is a powder product, but it just sinks in so nicely. I was actually using a cream highlighter for a few weeks, and what I noticed is that it really did show off my pores, and I wasn't a fan of that. So I went back to my Makeup by Mario. Now I'm going to take my BK Beauty. This is the 103 brush, and I'm just going to very lightly go over that highlighter application just to kind of press it into the skin and blend it in a little bit. Now I'm going to take my Kosas Cloud Set Powder and my Rephr. This is the number 4 brush. If you haven't used Rephr brushes, you might want to pick one up and give them a try. They're really beautiful brushes and they're lifetime brushes. So definitely a good value. I'm going to get a little bit of this Cloud Set Powder on the brush and really lightly under my eyes, on my forehead, just to knock down the shine, and of course on my chin. Now I'm going to take my damp sponge and just press that powder in. So everything is looking nice and subtle and sophisticated, very neutral, very outdoor friendly. Now I'm going to take my Hourglass in Dim Light and my big fluffy Rephr brush. This is the number 30. Get a little bit of product on my brush, and then that's going to go all over my face just to pull everything together. Gives just the slightest bit of, iridescent glow. Really pretty. I've curled my lashes and now I'm going to tightline with the L'Oreal Infallible Gel Liner. This is not 100% transfer proof. I find that once I put it on, I generally need to clean the inside of my lower lids once until it dries down, and then it stays for the rest of the day. So it's not 100%, but it's pretty close. All right, so now we're going to try this Physicians Formula Lash Illusion Mascara, Defining and Lifting. We'll see. Generally, I use a lash base. I use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Base. I'm not going to use that today because I want to see how this performs on its own. This is in the color black, ultra black. Comes in a very snazzy, very... I don't know, it's kind of like new age look or something. Wild. All right, so long bristles, not rubber. And let's see how it goes. Okay, so here is coat number 1. So here's 2 coats with the Physicians Formula Lash Illusion Mascara. I can say it's okay. I don't know that it's like, wow. I'm not necessarily seeing that my lashes are a whole lot longer. It's nice, it didn't clump. It is a new tube. I don't know how it's gonna be a week from now. I'm curious to see how it would be when I add my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Base, which always makes my lashes look so much longer and so much fuller. But right now I can say this is nice. I don't know that it's blowing my socks off. For lips today, I'm going to be using a Lawless lip liner. This is in the color Cinnamon, and this is one of the Milani lipsticks in the color Secret. This is a really, really popular color. If you haven't seen it, you're going to like this look. So let me go ahead and put these on the back of my hand so that we can see. So the lip liner is a little bit darker, and then this is the color Secret right here. So here we have the lipstick. Here we have the finished look. Gosh, you know, I learned a lot. I hope you did too. This was fun. I do want to tell you that I switched out the lip liner from the Lawless in Cinnamon to the NYX in Whipped Caviar. I just didn't like the orange tone of the cinnamon, and I think this looks a lot prettier with this lipstick Secret. In addition, I took my City Lips in San Diego and I just added a little bit right in the middle of my lower lip and then just kind of smushed it. Just gives it a little bit of depth to the lips. I think the big product I want to talk about today is this Illuminance Serum Tint. Right now, I'm really liking it. As a matter of fact, this is the best skin tint I've tried, and I tried mostly high-end skin tints. I'll try to find the video and put it down below if you're interested, but nothing to see there. I didn't like any of them. This one I do like. I think it has a pretty finish on the skin. It evened out my skin tone just enough, but it's not going to look cakey or heavy, particularly when I'm out in the sun during the middle of the day. Feels hydrating, lovely. I'm really liking this. I'm going to continue to use it. I'll probably give you guys an update in a few weeks' time. So liking this one, super affordable from Revlon drugstore price. I'll have everything listed down below if you want to check it out. Right now, I am loving this eyeshadow from IT Cosmetics. This again is the Superhero No Tug in the color Transformative Taupe. I think it gives just a nice color to the lid. It covers up my doodads. It has not creased yet. It doesn't feel sticky or weird. It actually feels very light on my skin. So liking this so far. I think this might be a good dupe or a good substitute for hauling my big ColourPop palette with me when I travel. Although I have to tell you, I have 2 more products that are potential dupes that I'm going to be trying in the coming weeks. So this one so far I'm loving. One product I really want to point out is this Ilia blush in the color At Last. I just think it looks so pretty, so natural. Great in my opinion for summertime when you're not using like a really hot pink blush or a cool pink. This is just a nice neutral look. The Physicians Formula Mascara, again, this is their Lash Illusion. You know, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth going out and buying. So far, I'm not necessarily wowed. I'm going to try it with my L'Oreal Lash Base maybe this week sometime and see if I like it any better. It's not a bad mascara. I just don't think it's blowing my socks off. I hope you enjoyed this little time with makeup. I know it's always so soothing and relaxing for me when I watch someone put on makeup. I hope that's what it was for you today. You guys know it just makes my day when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and oh, I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 and over 60 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.